Hello everybody, our lesson today will talk about multiplying and dividing rational numbers. First, we need to remember signs rules. If we multiply positive by positive and negative by negative, the answer will be the same, it will be positive. So negative 2 times negative 4 equal 8. If we're multiplying positive by negative, it will be negative, and negative by positive equal negative. For example, negative 3 times 5 equal negative 15. Multiplying the rational numbers is the same rule. If we have a fraction times another fraction, we multiply up by up and down by down, like 1 times 2 and 3 times 5, it will be 2 over 15. In general, if we have A over B times C over D, up times up, A times C, down times down, B times D. For example, negative C over 4 times 2 over 9, we multiply up by up and 4 times 9, and we put negative here, so the answer will be negative 6 over 36, and simplify it by dividing by 6 up and down. The answer will be negative 1 over 6. Another method, if we multiply negative C over 4 times 2 over 9, we take the highest common factor by 3 and 9, divide 3 up, it will be 1, divide 3 down, it will be 3, and here we divide 2 up equal 1, and divide 2 down, it will be 2. So negative 1 over 2 times 1 over 3, it will be the same answer, negative 1 over 6. Another example, if we have a mixed number by another, we convert it first into improper fraction by pressing it on your calculator. So we multiply up by up, down by down, but first we can simplify 30 and 6 by dividing up and down by 6. It will be 1 here, and up it will be 5. So the answer will be positive 95 over 7. Properties of multiplication operation in Q. This property we take it in addition operation in Q. If we have 1 over 2 times 1 over 3, so the answer will be 1 over 6. 1 over 6 belongs to Q, and the product of any two rational numbers is a rational number. So it is a closure property. We can say Q is closed under multiplication. If we have 5 over 2 times 3 over 6, and we replaced 3 over 6 times 5 over 2, the answer will be the same, equal 15 over 12. We called it commutative property. In general, if A and B are two rational numbers and we multiply A by B, it will be the same answer if we multiply B times A. Number 2, if we take 1 over 3 times 1 over 2 times 7 over 5, it will be the same answer if we take 1 over 2 with 7 over 5. The answer will be the same, equal 7 over 30. The property is called associative property. In general, if we have A and B and C are three rational numbers, then A times B times C equal A times B times C alone. If we multiply 1 over 4 times 1, it will be the same result. If we multiply 1 times 1 over 4, it will be 1 over 4. This is called multiplicative identity or natural element. 1 is the multiplicative identity element in Q. 2 over 3 times 3 over 2 equal 1. Very good. So the multiplicative inverse of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. If we have any fraction a over b times b over a equal 1, which is the multiplicative identity. The additive inverse of 1 over 2 over 5 is 5. We make what? We make a flip for any fraction to get the multiplicative inverse. 0 has no multiplicative inverse because 1 over 0 is meaningless or undefined. The multiplicative inverse of 1 is itself. The multiplicative inverse of negative 1 is itself. Multiplying any rational number by 0 equals 0. 0 times anything equals 0. Properties of multiplication operation in Q. Number 6. Distributing multiplication over addition and subtraction. A times B plus C equal A times B plus A times C. And vice versa. If we take first B plus C first times A, we can multiply A by B and C by A. The same in subtraction. If we multiply A times the bracket B minus C, we multiply A by B first minus A by C. B minus C times A equal B times A minus C times A. Example: 5 over 11 times 6 over 7 plus 5 over 11 times 1 over 7. The highest common factor here is what? Is the repeated number. The repeated number 5 over 11, we take it as a highest common factor and open a bracket. Open a bracket and put the remainder here is 6 over 7 and 1 over 7. So 5 over 11 times the answer from adding 6 over 7 plus 1 over 7 equals 7 over 7, and the answer will be 5 over 11. Another example: if we have an example like this, we take the highest common factor. The highest common factor is the repeated number, 22 over 25, 22 over 25. So we take 22 over 25 as a highest common factor and open bracket. The remainder in the first case is what? 6 over 11. The remainder here is 5 over 11. The remainder here is 1. Why 1? Because in highest common factor, we divide 22 over 25 by 22 over 25. The answer will be 1 here. So we make add and subtract. The answer will be 11 over 11 minus 1 equals 0. Final answer equal 0. Dividing the rational numbers. In grade 5, we have studied before 2 over 3 divides 7 over 5. We make keep, change, flipped. We keep 2 over 3 as it is. Change, we change the sign of divide into multiply. And 7 flipped over 5, it will be 5 over 7. So the answer 10 over 21. Any fraction, if we multiply or divide a fraction by another, we keep, change, flipped, and do like this. Properties of division operation in Q. We will try with the closure property, but 2 over 3 divided by 0, it's meaningless or undefined, so Q is not closed under division. Commutative property. If we multiply 1 over 2 or we divide 1 over 2 by 1 over 3, try it on your calculator, and 1 over 3 by 1 over 2, the answer will be different, so it's not commutative in division. Associative property. If we divide the two numbers 3 over 7 by 2 over 7, then divide it by 1 over 7, the answer will not be equal 3 over 7 by 2 over 7 and 1 over 7. So the subtraction operation in Q is not commutative and not associative. Identity element and inverse. There is no identity element in division in Q. So there is no inverse division in Q. Dividing the rational numbers, and as examples, if we have negative 2 over 3 by 5 over 3, the answer will be 2 over 3 times 3 over 5. We can simplify 3 with 3 by dividing up and down by 3. It will be 2 over 5. So the answer is 2 over 5. Another example, if we have mixed number by a mixed number, we convert it first into improper fraction like this. First it will be 11 over 5 and 11 over 2, and keep change flipped. So the answer will be 2 over 5. If we have a decimal fraction, we convert it first into fraction and keep change flipped. We can simplify 5 with 10 by dividing up and down by 5. So the answer will be 2 over 2. It means 1. Thank you and goodbye.